channel. Today's video is going to be my everyday makeup routine. It is going to be a voiceover. This is the first time I've ever done a video like this, so hopefully I did okay, but this is my everyday makeup routine, and I do have very oily skin. I do some extra steps in here just to keep my makeup stay all day. I do use like blotting paper throughout the day and some powder to keep it, you know, keep the oil away. Initially, this is how it starts out. So if you'd like to know how I achieved this look, and if you have oily skin, a couple of tips in here might help you. So stay tuned if you'd like to see how I got this look. Thank you. Hey guys. Let me start out by zooming in on this little scary face. I'm starting out with the Estee Edit Pore Vanishing Stick. This is supposed to blur your pores. Lord knows I have lots of those. It's supposed to even out your skin tone and reduce the shine and oil on your skin. So I'm just starting out by rubbing that into my skin and patting it gently in. I do go over the top with another primer. This is the Neutrogena Shine Control Primer. It has a rice complex. I don't know what it is about this stuff, but my makeup adheres to it so well. I only use it in my T-zone because that's where I get the most oily. So you'll just see me patting it into my skin here. Just put it on my T-zone, my chin, nose, cheeks, and my forehead. Now I'm going in with the Naked Skin Foundation by Urban Decay in the shade 1.5. And you always want to make sure you're shaking it up really good. And I'm going to be using a Wet n Wild buffing brush to buff this into my skin. I start by tapping it into my skin and then buffing it out. And you'll see I apply the foundation to my brush first and then buff it into my skin. Now I'm going in with NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in the shade Light 1 Chantilly. And I'm just taking it under my eyes, making sure there's plenty there. I put it on the sides of my nose a little bit to make my nose look slimmer. And then you want to take a damp beauty blender or any type of sponge you prefer. You can use a brush as well, or your fingers works great. And I'm just going in and smoothing that out underneath my eyes. And now I'm going in with the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder. And I just put a little bit in the lid, and then I use my damp beauty blender to set my under eyes. I really like the Laura Mercier loose setting powder as well, but this NYC powder is a lot cheaper and it works great. Now this is the step that I have to use every day because my oil is just so bad around my nose. So I have to set my nose with that powder all the way around. And then I also use it on my chin, my smile lines, my forehead. and in between my eyebrows, because right there it gets really oily. Next, I like to set my face with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder in the shade Porcelain. And I use the Morphe E2 brush. You can see it's got some bronzer on it because I use that for bronzer as well. But I just pat this into my skin around my whole face. So it sets my makeup really well. And then I go in with the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. This bronzer gives a really nice glowy finish, but it's not too bronzy. I just use it to give my face a little bit of a bronzy look. And I can't go a day without my Hoola by Benefit bronzer. I use this to define my cheekbones a little further than I did with the bronze booster. So I just kind of carve them out just a little bit on my cheekbones, and then I brush it upward to blend it out. And then I use it on my nose to kind of contour. I'm not too specific, but I just squeeze my brush to make it thinner, to get a thin line on my nose. Because I do have a larger nose, so I use a bronzer to make it look slimmer. And of course you can tell that my forehead is rather large, so I use the bronzer to make my forehead appear smaller. And then underneath my bottom lip to make my lips look a little fuller. And then I'm going in with the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. The shade is gorgeous. And then I'm going in with a Bare Minerals blush brush. I've had this forever. It doesn't even say Bare Minerals on it anymore. So I just put that on my cheekbones and the apples of my cheeks, just to give myself a little bit of a color. And then I use the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray and just mist my face. Now it's eyes. Time to get those eyes looking good. I go in with the MAC paint pot in the shade Painterly and go over my whole lid as a base. As you can see, my eyes get a little bit veiny, and this covers them up really well. And today I'm using my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I love this palette so much. It's so versatile. And I'm going to be using just a BH Cosmetics brush that I got in a set a while back. And I'm using the shade White Chocolate to set my eyelids. Now I'll be using a MAC 217 blending brush and the shade Salted Caramel from the same palette. And I'm just going to warm my eyelids up a little bit. I'm going just above the crease. And I'm using the Sephora color switch to kind of get that color off of my brush so I can use another color to go in there. And this is the Milk Chocolate, and I'm just going to use the same brush because I got that previous color pretty much off my brush, but I'm just going in to the crease of my eyelid to darken it up a little bit. I'm taking a Morphe blending brush. I think this is it's E22, I believe, and blending that out. I'm taking the darker brown color. I'm sorry I don't remember what this color is, but I'm just darkening the crease a little bit further, and I'm focusing on the outer V more to darken up the outer corners of my eyes. And I'm using my finger on this shimmery shade. I find it to
be more useful to use my finger on shimmers. I don't know, I just hate using brushes on shimmery shades, but I'm just going over my whole eyelid with this. And now I'm taking this champagne shimmer color with my pinky, and I'm popping it in the inner corner of my eyes. This color is gorgeous. I love it for the inner corners of the eye. And now I'm taking an e.l.f. smudge brush, and I'm taking that first salted caramel color, and I am off screen here, but you can kind of see I'm smudging that color, the outer corner lower lash line, and I'm kind of bringing it into the inner corner. And then I'm taking the milk chocolate color and just going over that a little bit to darken it up a little bit. And now it's time to do my eyebrows, and boom! I couldn't do them on camera, sorry. But now I'm going in with this Smashbox gloss. The name escapes me right now, but it's a super pretty nude color. And it's really shimmery. I love this stuff. Now I gotta curl my lashes, and off camera again. Can't do it on camera. Too hard. Curl those lashes to the skies. Now I'm gonna take the Circa Absolute Lash Icon mascara on my top lashes only in black. This stuff, if you haven't seen this brand, you need to find it. It gives my lashes a lot of volume, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful mascara. And the tip is really cool because it's got like a little ball in the end, so you can really get in to this inner corner and outer corner eyelashes. Now I'm going in with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara for my bottom lashes. I like this wand because it's smaller and I don't make mistakes as much if I were to use a larger brush. And that is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. Bye, guys.